Hello there, Akko here again. This is the second video in the Feed the Beast tips and tricks that I'm going to be doing. This one, I just want to show a few of the tools and things available in Feed the Beast that you may or may not know about. Some useful stuff. I've seen some quite experienced players not using these, whether it's because they've tried them and don't like them, or maybe it's because they don't know about them. So I'm going to run through a couple of them. The first one being the thing in my hand at the minute, which is a pocket crafting table. Now, a pocket crafting table, look at the recipe, it's just a crafting table and a stick, so you can literally make one after punching your first tree to death when you first start up. And what this can do is, I'm going to have to jump ahead to another item I'm going to show in a bit, which is that bag there. What the pocket crafting table can do is, if you press C, then these last 9 squares of your inventory become a crafting bench, and the items you craft go there. You can shift left click an item in this part of your inventory, it'll put it in there, and shift left click in item in there, it'll take it out of there, which is quite useful. There's also these 3 hotkeys. If I was to put something in there, if I press X, I've got a few things in there, if I press X it'll just clear all them out. So if your inventory is a bit of a mess, as long as you've got 9 slots there, you can clear it out. The next thing is the C button. The C button will populate a square, and by that I mean, if I press C, you'll see it's put a cobblestone in each of the square slots, so very useful for making furnaces, for example. And then the third key, the B key, will even out stacks of anything. It's also very useful. So I'll press the X key, clear that out again. So if I wanted 16s like that, I could just do 111 that, press B, there you go. So yeah, very useful bit of kit. I make one pretty much to see the first tree that I kill. I make one of these. It does require a bit of inventory management, which is why some people I play with don't use it, because they can never get their inventory clear. And that leads me on to my second item that I make as soon as I can. This one takes a little bit more making. This is dyed red. It's a canvas bag. It doesn't have to be dyed red. It can be just plain, or you can dye it any colour. If it's just plain, I'll just for clarity, I'll show the plain one. It's just 8 bits of canvas in a square, and canvas is some string around a stick. So get yourself some flax plants. String's always useful, they'll come in useful for a lot of stuff. Flax plants are on a stick. While I'm on string, another thing, if you do get some flax for string in a square, make you some wool. So if you're struggling for a bed when you first start a server because you can't find any sheep and you get attacked by angry zombies, finding a flax plant, getting some string growing, get you some wool, make a bed, also useful. But yeah, the canvas bag, I'll show it in action. You see it doubles your inventory. You see mine's full of stuff. Mine's always full of stuff. I've got my bucket for water or lava as I need them. My ender pouch for my recharging. My Thermcraft goggles. I carry some MindCrack stuff, blank books, book stands so I can make books wherever I am. Obviously I play MindCrack, but we've added MindCrack, so that won't be in standard MindCrack. A filler with bricks and glass for the filler patterns, and a redstone energy cell, which I'm going to need in a bit, so I'll take that out. Obviously landmarks and redstone torches, so I keep all that in there, so when I go reset a quarry I've got landmarks on me. It can be a bit painful if you die and lose it at all, but sometimes it's easier, because if you die then everything's in one bag, you've just got to go back and get one bag. Sometimes if you die, you can lose everything in one go, which can be quite painful. So a bit hit and miss sometimes, but the addition of the bag and the crafting table together means you can keep your inventory managed a lot better for when you want to use a crafting table, so definitely useful. Next thing, one of the first tools I make as soon as I get a couple of diamonds is an omniwrench. Omniwrench recipe, I said, requires a couple of diamonds. You need to dye a sheep cyan. Cyan is cactus green and blue. So maybe a bit of cactus and an indigo flower. You can get some cyan. Dye a sheep, and one gold nugget. It may seem a bit harsh spending diamonds that early on, but this is the ultimate tool in Feed the Beast. You can break any IC2 machine or Greg Tech machine without losing it. You can... there is an IC2 electric wrench which you can put into lossless mode, but it uses most of its energy if you put it in lossless. This thing, it doesn't have any durability, it doesn't wear out, you can use it on anything, never wears out. I can see it'll work on, I could break this fusion reactor, it'd be fine, guaranteed that it wouldn't break it. Some of the other things it can do, obviously, so all IC2 machines, so macerators, geotherms, nuclear reactors, it works on all of them. It works on all thermal expansion machines, shift rate clickable breaker machine. If a couple of examples here. If you use it to break redstone energy cells to keep the power. If I was to break that with an axe, then it'd drain the power. But using an omniwrench, like using a crescent hammer, it maintains its charge. The conduits, use on the conduits to set the direction of flow. Same with liquid ducts. I could attach a liquid duct to that. Liquid tesseract. So it works on that. It works on rails like a crowbar. So if you're into railcraft stuff, you can use that to change the direction of rails. And buildcraft engines. Oops. Put a couple of pipes down to make this work. You see, you can use it on buildcraft engines. And a couple of nice things that I didn't realise for a while, but are also there. If I put down a bit of wood, you can change the orientation of a bit of wood. So that's nice if you're building and your logs are not behaving. And you can also change the orientation of stairs, which is very nice, which can be frustrating. So what else can it do? I'm sure it can do something else that I'm missing, but so one tool works for everything. There is something it doesn't work with, but I can't remember what it is at the minute. Yeah, if I remember, I'll add that in. Next thing, I saw this earlier when I had to get some cobble. This is an upgraded version. This is from forestry, quite easy to make. If we look at the recipe, you see there's quite a few backpacks. This is the diggers. The diggers will take stuff like cobble, dirt, marble, I think, things like that. Builders will take bricks and things. So if you have smooth stone, it'll go in the diggers. If you have smooth stone bricks, it goes into builders, I believe. Apiaries for bees. Foresters will take flowers and saplings and stuff. Adventurers, you have to set in the config what you want to go in there, but if you access the config, you can set specific things. Like you could set it for the aircraft bricks, for example. Trackman's railcraft stuff. Iceman's, I don't know what that is. Miners, ores and stuff. Well, Something I didn't even know about. Hunters, you can put arrows in and things like that, I believe. Interesting. I'll have to check them out myself. The Icemans, the computer engineers. But the basic one is 15 slots. Pretty straightforward to make. Just a normal chest, a couple of bits of stone, a couple of bits of wool, and some string. And later on, when you or someone else on your server has got into bees, and they can make these things, woven silk. You need silk wisps for them from tropical bees. You can upgrade it to a 45 slot. The nice thing is if I was to use all these bricks, then you see it's repopulating. I'm not duping anything here. What's happening is, because the bag is set to resupply, it's just pulling out of the bag's inventory. So if you see I've put all them back in there, I've not actually gained anything. It's just being pulling out of there. There's 4 settings for the bag. If you hold shift and right click, that changes what they are. I like the resupply setting. You can look on the forestry wiki to see which they are. I don't remember off the top of my head what they all do, so I'll probably say for not actually saying. But really useful for building and stuff. If you want to go build something big with a filler, for example, you can take a bag full of cobble. That's why I carry cobble. I do a lot of initial building with filler and then change it to a different material, which I'm going to show you how I do that in a minute. So it frees up a lot of bag space. I like to keep my bag space pretty empty so I can use the crafting table, so it's another thing that helps. Very useful. They do seem a little bit buggy now and again. They can cause the odd crash, the backpacks, clicking certain items, holding them, or things like that. So you need to be a little bit patient with them now and again. Okay, and the one last thing I want to show, the one tool, is the wand of equal trade. This is from Thaumcraft. I mentioned in other videos. You can get it quite early on. You have to do the initial tier 1 research. That lets you open up just quite a lot more, but opens up these, and you can make a wand of equal trade. Real simple. There's 3 V shards and a standard wand. Standard wands are real simple. They're just a gold nugget, a stick, and any colour shard. So really, they're a gold nugget, a stick, and 4 purple shards, and you've got a really nice bit of kit. You want to try and enchant it, because if it's got charging, then it'll never wear out. It uses V from the aura to recharge itself. What you can do with this is, if I want to make this flow into cobble, I don't know why I would, but I want to make this flow into cobble, you shift right click the wand and left clicking will change 1 brick at a time. Now I'm not gaining anything here, I'm just literally swapping brick for brick. So you see I've still got a total of 64 cobble if you add them 4 together, and I've taken 3 of the rock wool from there. So that's your left click, and your right click will do a big area. So this can be really useful for certain places, such as if you want to go to the end, grab a whole load of endstone. If you want to go to a nether fortress, grab a whole load of grab a whole load of nether brick. Oh dear, damn Vajra. Let me back up. Yeah, go to a nether fortress, grab a whole load of nether brick, red cobble, useful for making clay. Lots of things, and also obviously building. If you want to build something in obsidian, it's a bit of a nightmare unless you've got a Vajra. To actually break the obsidian blocks with the wand, you could literally just go with some dirt in your pack, set dirt as the exchange item, go find some obsidian, swap it for dirt, so you can get some obsidian really early on with a diamond pick, for example, or you could build something in dirt and then swap the dirt into the obsidian if you want to build an obsidian monument or whatever. Really useful bit of kit and really cheap. Quite easy to get to. Right, I think that's it for this video. If I think of any more tools I should have added, I may extend the video. If not, I'll just upload as it is. So thanks for watching. I hope there's something useful there. And I'll see you again. Cheers. Bye.